Well, after giving bad injury update after bad injury update, everything from LeBron getting hurt, dealing with his sciatica in his hip, even Marcus Smart kind of getting hurt throughout training camp, dealing with an Achilles tendinopathy, though he is fine for the most part and is simply being limited, even a two-way contract like Chris Manning getting hurt, dealing with a sprained ankle that will keep him out throughout preseason, heck, even an Exhibit 10 contract like Augustus Marciulionis being hurt, the Lakers finally have a better update to give. This regarding Lakers rookie Adou Thiero, a player we have yet to see play for their team, either throughout preseason, training camp, or even during the summer league for their team too. We have not seen the guy at all in any capacity. But again, according to reports, he is showing improvement. After dealing with the knee swelling, he is getting better and will be reevaluated in approximately 2 to 3 weeks. And after that point, if he is cleared to play, he might be back on the court for their team in less than a month, which would be the ideal outlook here. And well, that definitely could be a great opportunity for him if he is in fact able to make it back before LeBron does, and that is kind of the trend here with him. LeBron being reevaluated in roughly 3 weeks from now at this point, maybe 4 weeks, and after that point will probably take 1 to 2 weeks to ramp up and get cleared to come back on the court. If Adou Thiero can make it back before him, and that 10th rotation spot is not fully claimed by Dalton Knecht or even Maxi Kleber, yet another guy that's been dealing with an injury and hopefully will be able to come back for their team, albeit we don't have an update on him yet, then maybe he might be able to scrape out some playing time. After all, he does fill that small forward kind of power forward spot, something that LeBron often does for their team and does take a lot of the minutes up at that spot. So now between Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Jake LaRavia a little bit, I'm not sure that they'll take the entirety of that minutes pool, and some might be able to fall to Adou Thiero, especially in matchups where they need a better defender, or maybe if somebody in front of him would get hurt, that might be an opportunity for him, so he definitely does want to come back and try and grab it. However, in spite of the good update regarding Adou Thiero, and yes, this definitely does qualify for a good update, it might be a bit optimistic to think that he will be back in 3 to 4 weeks, that he'll make it back in 2 to 3 weeks before LeBron does, and in that time frame will be able to claim some playing time. That might be a bit too optimistic. Yes, definitely hoping for it. Definitely hoping to see Adou Thiero back on the court and possibly make an impact for their team, not only the South Bay Lakers team, but actually their big league team. But it might be a bit too optimistic at this point, albeit I'm definitely hoping for it. Regardless though, this definitely is a good update regarding Adou Thiero. Up until this point, they have been pretty silent regarding him and the updates surrounding him. If he's improving, if he's not improving, when he will be back or when he won't be able to come back, it's finally good to have a little bit more information on him. Apart from the occasional teaser they post on their Instagram page of him dunking, looking healthy but not yet being cleared to play. So it's good to have some definitive information on him and his recovery timeline. But apart from Adou Thiero, another young player on their team that actually is healthy and actually has been making an impact does happen to be two-way contract Nick Smith. Yes, Christian Koloko has been playing pretty good too, but I've actually been pleasantly surprised by Nick Smith Jr. You know, I gotta admit I wasn't a big fan by them signing him. Another kind of lackluster small guard defender, a guy that didn't really fit a two-way need on their team, didn't fit a 3D mold of a player that I really think they should be looking for. But I will say that he's played pretty well throughout preseason, averaging roughly 7.5 points per game and 15 minutes per game, that translating to nearly 16 of them per 36 minutes. On top of that, grabbing roughly 2 rebounds per game, over 1 assist per game to only 1 turnover per game. Actually playing decent defense, albeit not anything to write home about, but not too bad and a whole lot better than his bottom 10 defense per many defensive metrics last season. On top of that, has had some pretty good shooting games, is virtually getting anywhere he wants to on the court and is able to create a shot for himself at will, and whether he's playing on the ball or off the ball for their team, he's been able to get high quality looks and has been able to convert many of them too. Or even apart from that, has created a shot for some teammates here and there. You know, I'm not going to call him a true point guard by any means, but definitely is able to play both on the ball, both looking for himself and for teammates while doing it, and able to play off the ball too. Having some good shooting games and some up and down shooting games, but there is something to like here with Nick Smith Jr. And definitely more than I thought of him from when they signed him, so that's a good thing I guess. And well, that really got me thinking about who has stood out for their team in preseason. Apart from the obvious answer like Luka Doncic the other night, or even a Austin Reeves or DeAndre Ayton, I would actually point to Nick Smith Jr. and Gabe Vincent. kind of the two unexpected ones that nobody saw coming, especially Gabe Vincent the other night. Even Gabe Vincent in general has been very good throughout preseason. Believe it or not, the guys put up 17 points per game in only 22 minutes per game, not to mention dropping nearly 20 in the first quarter alone last night, looking like a mini Steph Curry out there. Absolutely insane what he did. So I definitely point to Gabe Vincent. The guy's been great throughout preseason, looking very healthy, looking like he will remain durable again this season, knock on wood. He's looking pretty good defensively, actually playing some point guard for their team and probably will for the short term with LeBron hurt, at least some backup and secondary playmaking duty, and I've actually been very impressed with Gabe Vincent, despite many fans calling for him to be traded, even myself at times kind of pinning him as more of a trade asset or a trade chip rather than a true rotation piece, but hey, not gonna argue or complain about the depth that he offers their team, even with Marcus Smart, who obviously has his own fair share of injury issues. It's good to have a Gabe Vincent that can kind of be relied on and kind of be thrown out there in situations like this or when they're dealing with some injuries from time to time. And between Gabe Vincent and Nick Smith Jr., they have been by far and away the Lakers' most consistent backup backcourt players. Much better than Bronny James, much better than Dalton Knecht, and even better than Marcus Smart in the one game they played so far, but not really much to evaluate with him so far. And if we're talking about that 10th and 9th rotation spot, Gabe Vincent's guaranteed to be in there. In fact, I think Nick Smith might even be making an argument for playing time too, as he has been much better than either Bronny or Dalton Knecht, who are theoretically ahead of him in the rotation spot. But in my opinion, that really should not be the case here. If we're actually factoring in preseason performance, and it definitely should be a factor, then I probably would put Nick Smith Jr. ahead of both of them, and that's something that JJ Redick might be thinking about too. Yes, obviously Knecht has more offensive upside and definitely can be a microwave scoring option for them, and we've seen it directly. And Bronny might have more defensive upside, but from what Nick Smith has shown and really is trying to prove on the court, I think he should be in consideration to be ahead of them in the rotation line, that he could even be the 10th rotation player for them in the short term while LeBron's out, and it definitely should be in the mind of JJ Redick going forward. But with all of that being said, what do you guys think? Who has been your standout of the Lakers' backup backcourt players? Who do you think should be that 10th rotation player for them? And then how do you feel about the update regarding Adou Thiero and his outlook with the team going forward? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one. And if you enjoyed the video, then I'll greatly appreciate it if you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.